everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J, and today I'm going to be doing a quick look and overview using some new products that I picked up from Tom Ford's holiday launch. And the first product that I picked up is the Balm Frost Lip Balm, which I resisted this one at first. So initially this one was launched with the first quad that came out for holiday 2020, the first Frost quad, and I was like, I don't need that. I almost never use my special limited edition lip products from Tom Ford from the holidays. You know, as time goes on, I may use it a few times, like when I first get it, but then after a while, it just collects dust in the drawer. But I just could not resist the glitter. It looked too pretty. I was like a moth to a flame, so I broke down and I bought it, and I'm going to be trying this on as well as giving you all my feedback about it. And per usual, I bought the holiday quad from Tom Ford, the Mercurial quad, because I almost always buy Tom Ford's holiday stuff, and this one intrigued me because it had the wet dry formula, which is my favorite from Tom Ford, so I knew I wanted to get it and do a look for you all as well as some comparisons. So I hope that you all enjoy it, and let me know if you all plan on picking up these products down in the comments section. Because my lips are a bit drier, the first thing that I want to do is apply this lip balm. It's so pretty. Okay. Let me apply it. All that glitter is an overspray, so after the first time that you use it, you'll have a little bit more of a faint shimmer. But I wish that it was like this all throughout because it's so smooth and the glitter is just really finely milled so you barely can feel it. I am obsessed with this. Okay, so now let's do my eyes, and I have a little bit of primer applied as well as a little bit of concealer mixed in that I applied right underneath my brows. Take these little things out, I hate them. So because this doesn't really have any transition shades and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of light work just to get my eye shape started because I do prefer a transition with shimmery shades, a more matte color. So let's see, what should we do? I think I'm going to go into this maroonish color. I'm going to move down just a little bit and apply this directly in the crease. Oh, so smooth. Okay, so just a little bit of that back and forth, but that just applied beautifully. I'm so here for that. So now I'm going to take this darker shade here. I'm going to pop this right on the outer corner. Yeah, so this one is burgundy. The other one is cranberry. Yeah. Ooh, nice and opaque. I like it. So I'm just going to apply the majority of the color right on the outer corner and then flip my brush around to blend it up towards the crease. Now I'm going to pop into this lighter color, and I could take just a little bit right here. You know, just a touch just to brighten me up right underneath the brow. Then I'm going to take that same shade and pop it right on the inner portion. Yes. I like this shade. I feel like it could pack a little bit more punch. So I could go in and spray it to make it a little bit more intense. But I think it's good. It's just like a nice soft whitish type tone. So I put this on my inner corner, on the top and the lower inner corner. No, I take that back. Actually, when I'm able to kind of work past the initial design, I get a lot more intensity. So it's pretty. Lastly, I'm going to go into this shade on the top and pop that in the area that I have left open. So right here. And then I'm going to blend it up towards the crease, blend it over so it blends next to that inner tear ducts color, and then blend it over to make sure that it blends with the outer corner color. And I'm just going to spend my time and pack this on until it is completely opaque. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, add liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. Liner and lashes, boop. Now let me finish off the lower lash line, and I'm going to go back with the darkest shade in the quad. I was about to call it a palette. And I'm going to take that all the way across and connect it to the top. That's it. And here is the finished look. I I hope that you all enjoyed this video so far. Now let's talk about my final thoughts about everything, and let's start off with talking about the lip balm first. I love this lip balm. I wish though that the glitter was not just an overspray and that's just what it looks like all throughout the lip products, but even with the glitter going away, I still know that I will enjoy this because it looks so beautiful and iridescent on the lips. This lip balm is sparkly, it's very smooth on the lips, and as I mentioned during the demonstration, you cannot feel the glitter particles, and that's very important because to me, feeling glitter on my lips is very irritating. I do not like that texture, so I appreciate how smooth this is, and it gives you a little bit of a pop as it's hydrating your lips. So I really like this formula, and of course, I love this packaging. Tom Ford's holiday packaging is always sickening. I love this gold. I just think that it's really fun and it pops. So I'm excited to have this, and I'm like, do I want to have another one? I'm fighting the urge, y'all, but I think that it's beautiful. And as far as the eyeshadow quad, again, extremely beautiful. I think that this extreme quad is a super upgrade from last year's extreme quad. Last year's extreme quad, you know, a lot of people had issues with it because they felt like the texture of the eyeshadows was pretty gritty. And I do agree. I think that this eyeshadow formula was manageable, but for as much as it costs, I do think that it could be a little bit smoother. And this year's formula, it is so smooth. It reminds me of the wet dry formula that Tom Ford has. So it is not reminiscent of the extreme eyeshadow formula that we experienced before. This has been reformulated to reflect their wet dry formula that we all know and love. I love this quad. I think the colors are very beautiful. I think the look that I created was romantic. And even though it's only 4 colors, I could definitely see myself being able to do at least 2 more looks with this because we have varying tones down here. So we can rotate which shades we put on the lid. So these 2 shades are going to be pretty similar, and I probably wouldn't put the lightest shade on the lid. For me personally, I would go in with 1, 2, or 3, and then it'll make the look change. But as you all saw, I do recommend going in with the transition shade first, just to give you a little bit of definition, because all of these are somewhat sparkly and reflective or metallic or however you choose to describe them. So I think that you need something to ground the look, and I feel like a matte eyeshadow will definitely give you that depth. But other than that, these performed beautifully. None of them gave me an issue. Right off the bat, like when I was first applying one of the shimmer ones, as I was talking about in the demonstration, I can't remember if it was this one or this one. I think it was it was the lightest one. When I was applying the lightest one, I felt like it wasn't giving me enough pop. But after I got my brush in there, it gave me plenty enough pop. So I think that everything is beautiful. It's very smooth and it's opaque. So you don't have to use any type of additional adhesive if you wanted to pop. You can go in with the spray to intensify, but it is not a requirement because as you all saw, I went in dry and these worked beautifully. Now I do want to take a minute and compare it to the Honeymoon Quad, which is a very popular quad from Tom Ford. This one is a permanent quad. It's been out for quite a few years now, but I think this one is very similar. I definitely think the bottom 2 colors resemble a lot. On the eye, I would not be able to tell the difference between the 2 bottom colors of both of these palettes. I think that they are virtually the same. There are very minuscule changes from one to the other. Like the darkest shade in the Honeymoon Quad leans a little bit more purple, and the darkest shade in the Mercurial Quad leans a little bit more brown. But on the lid, honey, is going to be indetectable. And then as far as this shade right here, the more cranberry shade, I mean, these really look very similar. The one in the Honeymoon Quad has just a little bit more of a silver reflectiveness to it, but it's so minuscule that you would not be able to tell the difference if I put this shade on the lid versus if I put the cranberry shade from the Mercurial Quad on my lid. So in my opinion, if you don't already have the Honeymoon Quad, right, and you're not really into golden shades like that, and you have about a medium or lighter complexion, I would say go with the new quad. But if you are about my complexion or deeper, I would say go with Honeymoon. Now, if you have a deeper complexion, can you use this one? Yes, you can. You can absolutely use the newest quad, but it is going to lean a little bit more neutral cool. Not cool toned, neutral cool, okay? In comparison to the Honeymoon Quad, this one is going to lean a little bit more neutral warm. So anybody can use any of these. If you have a lighter complexion, you can use the Honeymoon one. It's just going to come down to if you want more of a neutral cool tone or do you want more of a neutral warm tone? And just know that the top 2 shades of the Honeymoon Quad run a little bit darker than the ones in the newer Holiday Quad do. But that's that. Overall, it's a very beautiful quad. The packaging is beautiful. I loved the mirrored packaging that Tom Ford does for the holidays. It is fingerprint prone, but it does come with that beautiful slip cover that you can wipe it off with. So I love it. I collect them. I think that this one is another banger. Let me know if you all plan on getting your hands on it. It is popping up at different retailers now, so I will have all of the ones that I can find down in the description box for you all to shop, and it is an affiliate link, so if you all do shop through my links, I do receive a small commission, and I do appreciate you for doing so. So I will check you all in my very next video, which will be super, super soon. Smooches. Bye.